comic book fans, and welcome to Cammy's Comic Corner. I'm your host, as always, Cammy. Now, unfortunately, last week we had a great week of comics. This week, not so much. I personally was disappointed in this week's comics, but although I don't have a pick of the week, I did scrape together a Fast Five. So, without further ado, let's get on to the Fast Five. First up from Marvel this week, we have Nova number 14. Now, in the previous issue, Nova's been trying to evacuate this planet before Galactus feeds upon it. And he's been trying to contact the Silver Surfer, but no one's responding to him. He's all channels open, trying to talk to Galactus or the Silver Surfer, nada. Until finally he goes, hey, notice me, takes a swing at Galactus, and the Silver Surfer intervenes. Now, I think he has his attention. After a fight, we find out that the Silver Surfer says, he doesn't see you because you're a bug on his radar. And, anyone pretty much is a bug on Galactus's radar. But anyway, they talk it out, and Silver Surfer is able to make sure all the ships are shielded so they can go up and evacuate. He just wanted 45 minutes to evacuate. He didn't want an hour. He doesn't care about the planet. Just let us evacuate. But in the end, brutal brawl between some of the locals who've been taken over, and it looks like Nova doesn't have enough time to get off the planet. Interesting to see how he's going to get out of Galactus's belly in the next issue. Next up from Icon, we have Kick-Ass number 3. Once again, this book continues to kick ass. The whole premise is he's a YouTube celebrity now. Everyone saw the YouTube video of him defending some guy from the Mafia and kicking their asses. People are showing their titties on the street to him, and he's like, yeah, I think I can get used to this. And he even thinks he's a hotshot in class with the hottest girl in school. But it turns out she just feels bad for him because she thinks that he might be gay, so she wants a gay friend. But anyway, enough about that. One email in his inbox stands out to him about this woman getting all these calls from this abusive ex-boyfriend. So he goes to confront the boyfriend and his rather large posse. He gets his ass kicked, but then all of a sudden, this new hero comes out of nowhere and kills a couple of people in this posse. Who is this guardian angel? Whoever she is, she looks fucking deadly. So, find out next issue. Next up, from Dynamite Entertainment, we have The Boys number 19. Finally, we get an origins issue of some of the characters. Some of the secrets are revealed as the legend tells Wee Huey how it all started. The Homelander didn't actually come from, wherever in a meteor shower, just like Superman. No, the Homelander was genetically modified to be a superhero. So were the rest of the 7. All 7 of them were genetically modified under the government's supervision. Now, the real question is, why does Billy and the Homelander have a big, vicious feud? Some theories are going around, and this is my theory, that way back in issue 1, we found out that Billy's wife died from giving birth to a superhuman, and he has the laser eye vision, whatever, on his arm to prove it. He had to beat the thing to death with the lamp, apparently. I think the Homelander screwed his wife. That's just my theory, throwing it out there. If you're a fan of The Boys and you think, hey, that sounds plausible, it could be. Next issue, we find out why the Brooklyn Bridge has been destroyed, and yet why the Twin Towers are still standing. More on that next issue. Next up from Icon Entertainment, we have Criminal Volume 2, number 3, written by Mr. Ed Brubaker. Now, if you haven't been picking up Criminal, and you like crime noir type stuff, this is the ultimate crime book. Every issue, you find out more about the characters, like in this issue. We follow Danny, who we've seen in Volume 1 and parts of Volume 2, just hanging around in the background. But apparently she was Sebastian's girl, and apparently Sebastian didn't want to have her as his girl anymore, let alone the little spawn inside of her. So she gets pretty much held against her will and is forced to have an abortion. And then her life pretty much goes down the shithole after that, and continues to spiral down. But a very depressing issue. But issues like this make you want Brubaker to pitch his series idea to HBO for all of us Oz or The Wire fans, because that would make a killer HBO show. No movies, have just every issue an hour-long episode. It'd just be beautiful. How could you go wrong? And finally this week we have Detective Comics number 845. In this issue we have Batman and the Riddler making a guest appearance because he's his own private detective now and pretty much a pain in the ass. A celebrity detective, let's just put it at that. And in this issue they're following a killer and his random killings. Just 3 victims, no connections it seems, until finally Batman cracks the code after a nice little long online chat room because, yes, Batman goes to instant messaging boards and just has chats with other amateur detectives. It's kind of like a think tank. So all these minds, it's kind of like a think tank. And in the end, he finds out that Riddler gets there first because he was tipped off by the killer. So the killer could have his chance at the Riddler. The whole backstory is this killer's wife was killed by the Riddler years ago, and his gang. Riddler doesn't, recall this because of his amnesia. But, the killer just wanted revenge on the Riddler. But Batman got there in time, saves the Riddler. And my real question is, if Batman's online chatting to people, does he partake in World of Warcraft every now and then? I would like to know what Batman plays as. Is he a level 70 human rogue or something like that? Because, stays in the shadows, can't see him. That'd be interesting to see what kind of weapons he's wielding on this road. But anyway, enough about Batman and World of Warcraft. That does it for Cammy's Comic Corner this week. To be our friend, go to www.myspace.com/Cammy's Comic Corner. And from there, you can subscribe to the RSS feed and subscribe to iTunes by clicking underneath that banner right there. Any questions, just email me at cammyscomiccorner@gmail.com. I'd love to read them. Have a good week. This has been Cammy's Comic Corner.